Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck where science meets investment, and I'm your host Raj. Friends, today's episode dives into three major developments at Illumina in 2025. The final separation of GRAIL, CEO Jacob Thaysen's ambitious roadmap, and third is a surprising move from Carl Icahn. And bonus, stick around till the end. We'll also look at what all this means to Illumina's stock price by looking at the price chart. That said, let's get started. On June 24 last year, Illumina officially spun off GRAIL, complying with European Union regulatory orders. GRAIL started trading on Nasdaq the very next day under the ticker symbol GRAL. Illumina retained only 14.5% minority stake, no operational control, no board influence. And in order to meet EU funding mandates, Illumina capitalized GRAIL with approximately $1 billion, including a loan facility of up to $750 million. This funding supports GRAIL's operations throughout 2026, particularly its Galleri cancer blood test development. As of 2025, there are obviously no public signs of unresolved liabilities. The financial obligations tied to the divestitures seem to have been wrapped up by mid-2024. Illumina's new CEO Jacob Thaysen has shifted gears, driving the company into AI-powered, data-integrated future. And friends, these days in the stock market, anything that has AI attached to its name has got a high premium. And I think Illumina has not yet garnered all that premium, even though it is deploying AI meaningfully. Illumina is combining its genomic tools with NVIDIA's AI platforms, and the goal is to attain faster clinical research, cheaper drug development, and much better disease modeling. The company has also expanded into multiomics and is now active across genomics, proteomics, and spatial biology. A key initiative is building a 5 billion cell biological atlas. New partnership with UK Biobank and Trueta Genome Project aim to fuse genomic data with patient health records for personalized treatments. From next-gen sequencing to chemistries to cancer diagnostic menus and informatics tools, Illumina is innovating across the board. Their 2024 CSR report commits to health equity, environmental impact reduction, and affordability in genomics globally. One of the most heartening things to note is that Carl Icahn increased his stake by 450% in Q1 2025. In early 2025, Carl Icahn increased his Illumina holdings by almost 450%, adding 180,000 shares to bring his total to 220,000 shares. That represents approximately 0.25% of his portfolio, according to multiple financial filings that he has made so far. This follows a previous pullback in late 2024, making this a clear sign of renewed confidence. However, there is no public indication that Carl Icahn is pressuring the board or actively engaging with the CEO Thaysen. For now, this appears to be a financial bet rather than an activist push, which again is a really good sign. This basically means that our new CEO has been able to not only clear the deck from all the liabilities from GRAIL, but also gain the confidence of the activist investor and the board member and investors in general. And all of that shows in the stock price. So that said, let's look at the charts. So what does all this mean for Illumina stock? Well, here we are in the TradingView platform looking at the Illumina chart. Each of these candles is a one-day candle. And friends, let me start off with all the positives here. The sentiment is bullish as shown in this chart out here. MACD is also bullish, absolutely bullish out here. And you can see the momentum is pretty high and the RSI is overbought. Everything indicates a whole lot of strength. And as you can see, the market has started noticing the new CEO bring the company around. And this is the diagonal line of support, which has been giving us a lot of support. It's a gentle line of slope, so not very challenging. You can also see that the 9-day exponential moving average has formed at least 3 golden crosses, and the 21-day has formed 2 of them. And the next challenge is the pivot out here, which is probably likely to happen when the market opens on Monday. Now, out here, we have the confluence of a 200-day exponential moving average, which is the white line, and this red line of horizontal line of resistance in the vicinity of $103. That's a spot that we need to break through. If we break above this and confirm above it, then we would be able to convert this line of resistance at 103.27 into a line of support. That then opens us up for an opportunity to fill these gap downs that we created, and that could take us all the way up to 122.95. And I will plot other resistance lines after that, but suffice to say that the market has responded positively to the stock, and everything is looking pretty good out here. Well, as you saw, the stock market is also responding, investors are responding. It seems like we have a turnaround story happening right before our eyes. The question then is, Raj, do you have any Illumina shares? Unfortunately, no. I don't have much investments in the stock market at this point of time. I'm mostly in cash and intend to stay in cash until I see the fallout of all the tariffs and everything. I'm a very conservative investor. Now, with regard to Illumina, I think that Illumina is also onto something very huge, which I think many people in the market are not looking at. And this is again my personal opinion as a retail investor, not financial advice. If you recollect, Illumina was blacklisted by China. And in response, CEO Thaysen said that he's going to do a lot of cost savings. So he has already embarked on cost savings, and the cost savings are starting to happen. Now imagine that our tariff war gets resolved one way or the other in the next 6 months, and then the blacklisting of Illumina in China is lifted or reduced or diluted in some manner. That's going to be a super catalyst for Illumina. And their collaboration with NVIDIA to stay at the cutting edge of AI, and the recognition by the market that Illumina is into AI, all of those things are likely to turbocharge the stock. GRAIL is a thing of the past, and the deck is all cleared. We have a great CEO. Carl Icahn seems to be happy. He has increased his investments. So I think it's all clear. I would like to hear from you guys. What do you think about Illumina's new direction? Would you invest after this cleanup and AI pivot? Please drop your thoughts in the comment section. I read each and every one of them, and it informs me quite a lot. Now, if you have been watching the video so far, thanks for watching. If you're not yet subscribed, can you please subscribe? And that would help the channel to grow. And this brings me to an end of the video, my friends, and I'll catch up with you again in the next one. Bye for now.